No one's answering. There's no sound coming from inside. There's no one there. Getting in there is the only way I can find out something. Dannazione. Something tells me that there aren't just pillows underneath this sheet, and this makes the third dead body of the evening. Even if my French is awful, I think this says the way to the light. I'm not the kind of guy who'd steal food. There's a pantry here. There's enough food for a month. I'd say it's undoable. An old trunk. There's just a few blankets inside. Seeing how this evening's turning out, better not. I wouldn't want to find a fourth dead body under those blankets. There isn't anything on the desk, except for a few blank pieces of paper. I don't see anything interesting. Inside the closet, there's just a crutch and a few rags. Nothing else. There isn't anything. Whoever is under this sheet must have seen better times. I don't like to disturb the dead, but I have to find out who's under this sheet.
I wouldn't do it if I were you.
Slovansky, what are you planning to do with that old iron?
Whatever I want to if you don't do as I say.
So you're mixed up in all this too?
I don't know anything about this, Del Nero. I just have orders to follow.
From who? Black Lily?
You're in no position to ask questions, Del Nero. You're more in position to answer them.
I'm not in the habit of answering men who point a gun at me.
You'll make exception this time. Tell me, Del Nero, who are you working for?
You know perfectly well that I don't work for anyone.
I know you are a private detective, but that might just be cover.
If I had another job, I'd get a better place than this one, where the owners don't point guns at their renters.
You might be doing this just for your ideals, Del Nero.
I'm not a guy who goes in for ideals. They get you killed too easily.
So why are you looking for Michelle?
Michelle. You called her by her name. I guess you know her well.
I'm the one asking questions, Del Nero. Why are you looking for Michelle?
I found her name on a recording from an archaeologist or someone like that.
Are you talking about Professor Zimler?
Looks like you know a lot, Slovansky.
Where's Professor now?
At the Central Park Museum, with a hole in his forehead.
I see. Looks like a lot of people are looking for you lately, Del Nero. The only reason to look for someone is because he has something other people don't have.
If you're talking about my sense of humor, you might be right.
Knock it off, Del Nero. I get orders from group called Congregation of Five.
The Congregation of Five, the same one Michelle Nicholas belonged to.
Exactly, Del Nero. And we are having big problems with Black Lily Mafia. We both want same thing, girl. And Congregation thinks you have her.
Well, they're wrong.
I don't think so. Visit you received tonight confirms that we aren't only ones who think you have girl.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Come on, Del Nero, don't be fool. Do you have girl?
I'm not saying anything until I meet with Michelle Nicholas face to face.
It'd be pretty hard for you to talk to her.
Let's cut out this nonsense and tell me where she is.
She's right there near you, under that sheet.
So that's Michelle Nicholas's body under there?
That's right. Black Lily got to her before she found Girl.
Dannazione. Michelle Nicholas was maybe the last chance I had to find out about the girl and about what happened tonight.
If you want answers, you'll have to wait until tomorrow morning, Del Nero.
What's happening tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow at about 6 a.m., congregation will send Guy to take Michelle's place.
Tomorrow morning? I'd say timing isn't your strong point.
Our organization doesn't have same means as Black Lily.
And who's going to take care of the girl until this guy gets here?
Same person who's been taking care of her so far. You.
So I'm supposed to protect the girl until this guy gets here? That's what you're asking me?
That's right.
Why should I trust this guy?
You don't have choice. Moreover, I wouldn't have any problem to take Girl with my own hands if I had to. But I'm not a man of action. I'm just building owner on Lower East Side. You are definitely the best person to take care of Girl for now.
Who is this guy that's supposed to come tomorrow?
Don't know yet. Don't worry, you'll meet him as soon as he gets here.
What happens once I turn over the girl?
Like I said, I just rent apartments down here. These are questions for Guy who'll get here tomorrow morning. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to work.
That's it? You come in here pointing a gun at me, and now you're leaving?
I just wanted to be sure what your intentions are with Girl.
And talking about it was enough?
That's not all, Del Nero. In my line of work, I learned to understand who you can trust. And it's funny to say it, but you seem reliable. And now, I'll say goodbye, Del Nero. Good luck.
Now that I have shed some light on the identity of the girl, I better get back to finding Sean's killer. I must find out who shot him. Better not disturb.
Alright, well that's enough for now. See you guys later.
What can I do for you, Del Nero?
Tell me about the Congregation of Five.
What do you want to know?
Why are you looking for the girl?
I don't know, Del Nero. If you want answers, you have to wait for a guy the congregation sent to deal with Girl.
When will he get here?
Tomorrow morning, around 9 a.m.
And until then, I'll have to babysit the girl, right?
Right, Del Nero. There's no other choice.
How did you get in?
I was never part of organization. My old man was member. We moved to America for his job. He deciphered codes for them.
So what's your role?
When my old man was too old to work, he decided to buy this building. Congregation helped him. The only provision is that if they need it, it has to be safe house for their members.
And this safe house is apartment 607.
Exactly, Del Nero. That's why that room is always closed.
What's the relationship between the congregation and Sean McClane?
McClane must be your friend they found dead tonight, right?
Yes, even if friend isn't the right word.
Anyway, I only know members who stayed in my building. I never heard of your friend.
I don't have any other questions. Goodbye, Slavonsky.
Goodbye, Del Nero.
Crap, what was I doing?
Hi, Greta.
Hi, Jack.
How's the girl?
She's sleeping upstairs in my bed. Did you find out who she is?
Nothing yet. Do you have a bottle of grog?
Grog? Did you decide?
It's not for me.
As you... Anyway, I don't... But if you feel like, you can check.
I'll take a look. Okay.
Bye, Jack.
Let me guess. We have to go somewhere.
Why else would I be bothering you?
The Melville Port in Brooklyn.
We see.
Music's nice.
A bottle is broken. I'll take the part with the label. Grog de Ricardo Blanco. This stuff is over 120 proof. Every sip cuts your liver's life by a week.
Damn. I'd like some of that shit.
Hi.
You again, son. What do you want this time?
I don't need...
Good luck.
all that's left of a bottle of Grog de Ricardo Blanco. All that's...
Ah, you again. Where we go this time?
Essex Street.
We see.
Yes, using the steam that's coming out, I should be able to get the label off of the piece of bottle I picked up. Let's see. Excellent. Now I have a Grog de Ricardo Blanco label ready for use. Let's see if Greta has a bottle of grog on these shelves. I don't see anything that looks like grog. If I glue this label on any of these bottles, I could have a bottle of what, at first glance, could look like a bottle of grog. I doubt that the harbor master guy will figure out the swindle, or at least he won't until I get the information I need. It looks perfect. It looks the same as the bottles of grog I found at the port.
Ah,
The mill.
we see.
Maybe this will help loosen up your tongue.
Where'd you get that bottle?
With a little brain, you can get anything in this city. Tell me what you saw tonight, and it's yours.
I can't.
Let's stop beating around the bush. I have something that you want, and you have something that I want. Let's not get any pointless morals mixed up in the matter.
Okay, you convinced me.
Tell me who boarded tonight.
Around closing time, the guy who was found bumped off on the dock came here. He had a little girl with him. He asked if he could board the Sainte Marie de la Mer.
The Sainte Marie de la Mer. It's the same name that was in my dream. First that hitman, and now the name of the ship. How's all this possible? Did you see anyone else other than the guy with the girl?
Now that I think about it, yes. I had just closed the harbor master's office when I saw a man near the lamppost. I had never seen him around here before. He wasn't a sailor. He was too elegant to be an old salt.
Describe him.
I only saw him in passing. It's better to avoid looking at anyone for too long around here.
Did you notice anything particular?
He was dressed well, but that's it.
Where did you say he was?
Under that lamppost over there, the one next to the sacks.
Okay. I don't need...
Good luck.
This is where the harbor master saw the guy come after Sean. Maybe I'll find something interesting. There are some cigarette butts here. It looks like the guy tailing Sean had to wait for a long while. Let's take a look. The smell of this butt isn't of regular old tobacco. It's hash, which isn't exactly easy to find. It might be a lead to follow, but I can't think of any connection between this cigarette butt and what happened tonight. Maybe I need to think about it. Let's try to think about it. John said that the guy he saw near his cab was smoking a cigarette that smelled funny. And now I find this hashish smoke. There's no doubt that the guy that was following Sean and the one that Sean saw by his cab is the same guy. The cigarette butt won't be much help figuring out the identity of this mystery man, but I might find other clues. There are pieces of paper lying around. It looks like they formed a matchbox once. Who knows why it was ripped up like this? If I piece it back together, maybe I can figure out something more. Okay, now the pieces are coming together. Unfortunately, I don't have all of them here. I can't read exactly what's written on the box. It certainly refers to some kind of business. Maybe the telephone book that I have in my office will be of some help.
Where you want?
S.
What the?
Documents, an ashtray, and documents. Inside, there's a nice useless paper.
Crap. Where was the phone book again?
A manual on processing jade, an essay. I must have been drunk. A map of Italy. All the cases I've ever worked. Order. My 20 square feet. Family photographs before I left for America. It cost a lot to take a photograph back then. My mother insisted, and they took 5, one for each of us. I wonder how they are. It's been more than 20 years since I left Italy. They're okay there. The only useful thing on this shelf is the New York phone book. Yes, this matchbox definitely comes from a store or joint in New York. Comparing it with the names of businesses in the phone book, I should be able to figure out the full name, and get the address too. I don't see anything useful here.
Little Peninsula Rare Books.
I can see the word book on the matchbox. It must be a bookstore. Let's start looking from there. Little Peninsula. The name matches. It's a bookstore on the Upper East Side, on 65th. I think I better check it out. I don't need the matchbox anymore. I can leave it here.
Where you want?
65th Street, Upper East Side.
Whatever you want.
And here I am on the Upper East Side. Luxury stores, offices of diplomats, and gentlemen with deep pockets. A right place to work on my intolerance of hypocrisy. Even with the economical crisis, the Upper East Side continues to be full of luxury restaurants. It doesn't matter how bad things are, as long as people can afford a $10 steak, we'll be convinced that everything is okay. Little Peninsula, rare and limited edition books. There's no question that the matches I found at the port are from here. But how could an antique bookstore on the Upper East Side have anything to do with Sean's death? Maybe I'm on the wrong track, or maybe this bookstore does more than just restoring books. It's closed. It's the middle of the night. I don't see why a bookstore should be open at this hour. This building seems slightly dowdier than the others. Second-class aristocrats must live here. Empty boxes, nothing interesting. They've even pasted the alleys with this crap they call electoral campaign. Simple dumpsters. I've said it many times. So, in theory, these crates should contain materials to bind books, or something else useful for an antique bookstore. But I recognize the stamp of booze transports on a couple of these crates. I didn't remember that you needed gin to restore books. No, I don't see what I should do with it. It's the service door for the little peninsula. A mailbox. Before sticking my nose in somebody's mail, I have to at least have a good reason to do it. Closed. I can't break open everything. I can't break open.
Okay.
There's a call box near the door.
Yes?
Hi, is this the Little Peninsula warehouse?
Yes, of course. Can I help you?
I'd like some information.
If you want information about our catalog, you can come by tomorrow morning when we're open. Unfortunately, we're doing inventory at the moment. Unless you reserved a book, I can't be of any help.
I reserved a book.
Can you please give me the title?
A 29 Ben-Hur with a misprint on page 159.
Let me check. I'm sorry, sir. We don't have that book. If you come back tomorrow, we can reserve it.
Chandler's latest novel.
Chandler. Sorry, we don't have anything by this author.
Forget it.
Goodbye.
An inventory in the middle of the night. I might be untrusting, but I don't buy it. There has to be something else under this place. It looks like no one's in there. I would need to have a good reason to do it. I can't break. It's fine where it is.